Greetings and bienvenue, Midnight Crew. Thank you for returning to this broadcast. And welcome to new viewers joining us for the first time. If you like a video, then feel free to subscribe.
B9. Sober as far as I know. B exploring an abandoned pool near the house with Dad. Bright daylight, middle of summer, really close to my own house. Generally just unassuming and feeling really safe. Super stoked because I've been asking to do this for months. Easily get past the keep out sign. The fence was in a sorry state. The main building was boarded up, so we wandered around the back. The pool itself was filled with dirt and actually had grass and weeds growing in it. Ask Dad why this place is closed and boarded up anyway. Dad basically tells me that a kid drowned a while back. His parents sued, and the pool closed. Say, oh, ask where we go after we die. Realize now I should probably have been curious 5 years before that moment. Deer in headlights. Pong from Dad. Something behind me stirs. Dad looks up from me to the tall dead grass I'm standing in front of. He stepped down and was walking in the dirt filling the pool, probably watching to make sure no one was coming from the front without us knowing now that I think about it. Never seen Dad look so scared. Anon, come here, don't look behind you. Being told not to do something, immediately look behind me. This thing, about 4 feet tall with gnarled rags over its shoulders, that looks a little bit like a human. Hands, eyes, ears, but mostly like a dog, snout, fur, etc. On its hind legs is maybe 6 feet away from me, snarling. It's crouched down like it's ready to pounce. Can't even open my mouth to scream. Dad immediately swoops me up and shouts at the thing before bounding around the pool and back out of the gate we came in through. See the thing chase us as he carries me out of there. Every muscle is visible when it moves, like its skin is too tight on its body. Foam and pus dripping from its mouth as it chases us, screaming, not howling, but this very human scream. What about no .png? Get home safe less than 10 minutes later. Dad makes me swear never to tell Mom. Feel cool for having a secret with Dad. Totally forgot about asking where we go when we die. My feels when my dad is a wizard who summoned a demon dog to get out of talking to me about death. No, but seriously, I had nightmares about that thing for years. I brought it up to my dad recently, and he doesn't have any recollection of it, or just doesn't want to talk about it. Sometimes when I'd walk past the pool on my way to middle school, I'd swear I could hear the thing screaming like it did that day. Didn't stop me from going back in there a few years ago as a final hurrah with some high school friends, but that's mostly because I'm an idiot.
B20, going door to door for the ACLU in a heavily foreclosed side of town. I'm not a true believer. They were paying me. Knock on various doors, trying to judge who was vacated and who was still there, or which houses were being taken over by developers or realtors. Because realtors gave big money sometimes, or at least gave me free food to tour the house, look interested. Finally reach a house at the end of a cul-de-sac that looks habitable. Knock on the door. Hear someone moving around inside. I start to notice the mailbox stickers the Jehovah's Witnesses usually leave to denote a house they don't return to. They're like hobo signs for them to never return. I hear a hoarse voice just yell out, "Who?" I think it was male. CLU, sir. I was just hoping for a moment of your time to talk about our Satan? Same hoarse voice. Feeling a bit weirded out now, but fuck it. I figured it was a kid rustling my jimmies. No, sir. We're the American Civil Liberties. Someone rams the door so hard that the outer screen door hits me, and someone is shrieking in there like nothing I've ever heard. Among the things I recall being shouted as I nope.jpg walk back down the cul-de-sac are, "I'll fucking murder your eyes." In hindsight, I think I found a schizophrenic squatter.
B14 and drunk with friends at night beneath an old stone bridge outside our village. Loads of people say that on a clear moonlit night, you can see two girls' faces in the river where two sisters accidentally were swept away and drowned. The area is only accessible by walking through a fairly thick woodland, which is next to the farms on the outskirts of the village. Everyone is really pissed by this point. My friend isn't feeling well and is puking into the river. He finishes and doesn't move away, but instead stares at the moving water. I'm afraid he's about to fall in, so I hold on to him and ask if he's okay. He turns to look at me with an expression of dread and shock, and tells me emphatically that he felt like a little girl was looking directly into his eyes and transfixing him. I tell him to stop joking, but he won't let up, and I say to him we should go home. We say goodbye to the rest of our friends and begin walking through the woods. He won't stop talking about what he saw. I tell him about the myth, and he tells me he doesn't know about it. Now I'm pretty freaked out because even though he was drinking, it really wasn't in his nature to joke about and mislead people. Pitch black now and I can't see shit. Know where I'm going as there is a trail to follow. Remember, I gave my jumper to a girl and say we need to go back. Friend says he wants to stay and talk to his girlfriend on the phone and take a leak. I run back to the bridge to find out everyone had already left down another route. Run back to where I left my friend and see that he isn't there anymore. Oh shit, I started getting ultra worried as I had no phone on me. Stressing out, pacing all around the place, I begin doubting everything and begin running ahead. Still no sign of him. On the verge of having a panic attack as my heart's beating real hard and fingers are tingling and going numb. Face is searing red with cold sweat dripping down my cheeks and back. Start running for no real reason, but just need to get out of this place. Stop to catch my breath and realize I have no idea where I am or what I'm doing. Start hyperventilating and slump up against a tree. Get up too fast and get real dizzy. Feel like I'm trapped and lost in some alternate dimension and will never see my friends or family again. Realize I'm losing my shit badly and try successfully to regain my composure. Then I think I see something in the distance moving. Scared shitless and hide behind a tree. Peek around it and see a really faint silhouette move toward me. Freaking out, I start getting tunnel vision, like looking out the opposite end of binoculars. See a moving bright glow in the far distance. Hearing a voice calling my name as the light moves toward me. It suddenly dawns on me that it's my friend's voice. I remember being so doubtful I was too scared and out of it to do anything. Worst night ever.
Alone at a friend's house, we'll call him Z. Getting ready to go to a party. Walking out the front door to get into a car. Other friends pull into the driveway, so I decide to just go with them. As soon as I get in the car, they ask me what's with my friend. What do you Z is just standing in the window staring blankly at us. I'm baffled because I remember him leaving and his car was gone. I immediately call him to ask why he's being a creeper. Z answers his phone. Hello? The Z in the window isn't holding a phone. Still staring blankly at us. Maximum nope has been activated. Z, do you have a twin? Says no. Then I tell him we're looking right at him in his window. He gets pissed because I'm wasting his time while he's on a date. I think it's some weird tactical joke and run inside the house. Z is nowhere to be found. go back out to the car and see my friends' faces are pale white. Anon. As soon as you walked in, Z faded away. I still have no idea what happened. Maybe it was some reality glitch where two multiverses collided or something. It scared the shit out of me. When I described it to Z later that night, he thought I was joking. I called my other two friends and they verified it. After that, Z said, "That's fucked. Your brother said the same exact shit to me about a year ago, except he was the only one that saw it."
Summer, couple years back, beautiful Saturday morning. Just finished breakfast with my girlfriend. We live together. My phone rings. Old bro of mine calls. Needs an extra pair of hands to take the engine out of his motorcycle. I know it's over a 200-pound lump since it's my old bike. Said I'd be over and hung up. Told my girlfriend where I was going. She didn't feel like tagging along. Said she'll stay home and do some painting. The weather was great, so I decided to ride my old XS11 to bro's place. A little under an hour ride one way. Got there, got to work. Everything went better than in the movies. Engine came off without a hitch. I stayed for a couple of sandwiches and a coffee, then texted my girlfriend that I was coming home. As I pulled into the parking lot, I noticed my car was missing. My girlfriend couldn't have taken it. She does not know how to drive. Looked around for a moment. Yup, it's gone. Decided to go inside and report it stolen. Walked up 2 flights of stairs to our apartment and opened the door. Blood on the doorway carpet. A palm-sized stain with some smaller ones around it. I call out, "Girlfriend," no answer. I notice a blood trail going to, or coming from, the living room. I rush there. More blood. We have this white, fake, bear pelt-looking thing as a living room rug. Bloodstains of varying sizes all over it. My girlfriend's box of painting. And handicraft stuff knocked over. All the said stuff all around. Her painter's tripod thingy. The fuck's it called anyway? Lying on the floor. My heart starts to race. This is so fucked up situation. I charge to the kitchen, ready to stumble on my bloodied girlfriend, or to rip apart anyone who doesn't belong. Crumpled plastic bags all over the floor, one cabinet open. Otherwise, nothing. Bedroom, nothing. Bathroom, water, and diluted blood on the floor. No girlfriend there either. That's a slight relief. With my hands shaking worse than Michael J. Fox's, I reach for my phone and hit my girlfriend's speed dial. Within a few seconds, I hear her ringtone. It's coming from the bathroom. I go there, keep it ringing, and search for the phone, find it under the bathtub. Can't reach it. I grab a coat hanger and fish it out. Hoping to find out, I check calls and messages. Last call received. Me, yesterday, as is the last call made. Last text received. Me, unread. Last message sent. Her sister, yesterday. Trying to get hold of the situation, I stagger back to the living room. I find my old flannel work shirt that she likes to wear while painting, ripped and bloody. Not being able to cope with this anymore, I sit on the floor, facing the kitchen. Thinking of calling the police, I decide not to do so yet. Since last time I reported a dead body, the fuckers made me their prime suspect. Lady from upstairs stabbed her husband. I found the corpse lying next to my door. Gazing toward the kitchen, I see something silver-colored under the plastic bags. Went to the kitchen, brushed the bags aside. My heart stopped. Smeared bloodstains and a roll of duct tape, bloody fingerprints all over it. At the same time, I notice at the corner of the room, half a roll of large, black trash bags. Reaching for it, I brush another plastic bag aside, boot print in blood, too large for hers. Trying to regain my composure, think it might be mine, since I've been in the kitchen earlier. Check my soul, the pattern doesn't match, not by a long shot. At this point, I feel rage taking over. Somebody's been here, done something wrong to the love of my life. Fuck the law. I have 2 possible suspects, her ex and a guy from her work, who was stupid enough to challenge me when he met me in a bar. Knowing who I was, he picked a fight and lost. I own a few guns, So I go to get my 357, load it, take speed loaders for it, and try to decide who to go see first. Probably the guy from work, because I've always felt that the ex is a bit of a punk. Then again, even they are known to snap. Anyway, whoever has my car has her. As I'm strapping my shoulder holster on, I hear lock rattling on the apartment door. Taking a few quick steps to the doorway, I point the gun at the door. It opens. It's the girl from next door, with my girlfriend in tow. She looks a bit pale, but otherwise none worse for the wear. I hide the gun behind my back and just stand there with my head swimming. The girl hands the keys to my girlfriend and leaves, and I suddenly remember how to speak. Finally finding the words to ask her what the fuck, she tells me that she knocked over her painting supplies and there were a few loose box cutter blades, and she managed to step on one, ending up with a decent gash across her soul. So she hopped to the bathroom and ran cold water over the wound to staunch the bleeding. Then she ripped the shirt to bind the wound. I asked why she didn't call me. Well, the phone slipped and ended up under the bathtub. Silly her. So having no idea when I'd be at home, she decided to walk to the nearby medical center. Having half of my shirt wrapped around her foot, her shoes didn't fit. So she took my boots. Still didn't fit. She went to the kitchen, took a roll of duct tape out of the cleaning supplies cabinet, and made a more streamlined dressing with it. As she left for the med center, she met the girl from next door in the stairs, and she offered to help her, since my girlfriend was limping and all bloody and shit. So they took my car, and the girl from next door drove to the medical center. So there. All was well in the end, but needless to say, I diluted countless brain cells in alcohol that night.
Be me 4 years ago, 18, traveling overseas because LOL 1% parents. Been traveling down through Britain. Day before MER flight leaves, it's raining non-stop. Decide to stop at some bed and breakfast. The place looks historical, which is cool, because I've always been a bit of a history buff. Perfectly nice folks, very polite. Have dinner and decide to head up to bed. Still raining out, I decided to watch some Britbong TV. At some point around 9, I passed out. Wake up in the pitch dark, still raining. Huge booms, crashes and flashes all around. Convince myself it's just thunder. Looking back on it, I have no idea who turned the TV off. Probably the owners. Put pillow over my head. Try to get back to sleep. Wake up again at what must have been around midnight. Low whispers all around me, rustling and clinking. Nope. 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 Sit bolt upright. Fucking nobody there. Roll over and go back to sleep, thinking I'm just hearing things. Wake up again a short time later, still incredibly tired. They're back and louder now. Mostly unintelligible, sometimes a cough. Suddenly, clear as day. Someone wake the kid up. He'll miss the big day. Oh, hell no. Flip the blanket up and awkwardly roll over the side. You guessed it, nothing there. Get dressed and go downstairs. There's no way I'm sleeping now. Leave as soon as the owners were up. Never look back. No other weird shit at all for the rest of the trip. I looked the place up later. Apparently, it was one of the places where they bunked Allied troops before D-Day. Only freaky shit that's ever happened to me.
I had a ghost passing through my house once. Nothing dangerously scary really happened since I had my friend whom is fairly experienced with this shit scry the ghost, and he assured me it was just passing through and happened to notice me. First night I noticed it. Get out of bed, 3 a.m. I work the morning shift. According to my friend, 3 a.m. is the haunting hour. Lovely.jpg. Go into the bathroom, take a shower. Halfway through the shower, I kinda hear a noise, but I'm sleepy, so don't give a shit. Kinda just sit in the shower letting the hot water wake me up for 10 minutes like a retard. Finally, Actually wash. Turn the shower off. Water slowly drains out of the main shower faucet to relieve the water pressure. Hear a loud hissing noise on the other side of the curtain, realize I've heard it for a while and just didn't notice it. Man up, open the shower curtain to face whatever might be hiding behind it. No one. Look over at the sink. One of the sink's faucets had been turned all the way on and the other partially on. Let me iterate by telling you that the faucets on my sink have high friction and need a pretty big deal of effort to turn. A little built-up water pressure from the shower couldn't have turned them. Kind of creeped out. Wrap a towel around myself, get out and turn the faucets off. Stand there for a moment after realizing the door was locked. It clicks. Is anybody there? Wait a few seconds. Decide to take the risk, since the next phrase usually gets at least some response. Can you show me a sign you're here? Immediately, a gallon of water spurted out of my tub's faucet and splashed the tub hard enough to make a loud bang. Nope to work early that day. Most of my other stories aren't quite as creepy, but I'll still post them. Later, sleeping, still working the early shift. Hear my door pushed open, look out and spot my dog walking in. He climbs into the comfy chair under my bed. By the way, I own a loft bed. My computer desk is under my mattress. I use my revolving chair as a stepping stone to get down, since it's 6.5 feet tall. Get down. Pet my dog. Ever since that first night, I've always kind of felt like something has been watching me whenever I was in my room or the bathroom. Some extra company is comforting. Yawn. Check the time. Have to get up for work in 45 minutes. Pull my revolving chair back into position for me to climb down when I'm actually getting up, because I'm more than sleepy enough to pass out once I climb back up. Climb up, pass out like mentioned. Alarm goes off 45 minutes later. Grumble, scoot over to the edge of my bed. The revolving chair is gone. Watt.jpg. Lean over the edge. Dog is still sleeping comfily in the comfy chair. Lean over more. Revolving chair has been spun and moved 3 feet under my bed. It is now parked into the desk neatly in front of my computer. 45 minutes ago when I went back to sleep, it was out in the open waiting for me to climb down on it. This next story with my wandering ghost isn't really scary. More or less, it is grabbing my attention. Be on the computer. Roommate is in the garage, which is just beyond the wall that I'm facing. Browsing B, actually. Roommate is playing ping pong with some friends. I never liked the game, so I'm chilling inside. Nobody is inside the house. The wall to my right is my bathroom, where the first experience took place. It's about 10 p.m. Didn't work the next day, so forget my sleep schedule. Can quite clearly hear the roommate and friends in the garage. Suddenly, a loud bang directly to my right, as if someone was punching my bathroom wall from inside my room. Jump, look at the wall. Mutter, "Fuck off, Casper," and go back to B. Yes, I gave my ghost the name Casper since aside from fucking with me, he seemed to be friendly. A few weeks later, no other paranormal stuff happened. Climb up into bed to go to sleep for a while. Wake up because my mouth is dry. Reach over to my nightstand and grab a drink. Lay back down on my side, facing away from the door. A few minutes pass, the door opens. Figure it's my dog or something, don't care. I hear it, but don't seem to notice that there is a deep hum of a couple of voices at once. Trying to sleep. Hear some things falling off of my desk, sounds like some shit's generally just getting messed with. Murmuring voices increase, still don't notice them. Open my eyes, no longer ignoring the sound of my dog messing with my stuff. Decide to see what he thinks he's doing. Better not be chewing on anything. Turn around. Lean over the edge of the bed. No dog. What? Hear more noises from just under the foot of my bed. Start crawling towards the source. It sounds like it's in the comfy chair, which is right under the foot of my bed. Freeze. Can't seem to move. Don't really see it, but I sort of feel a presence. I can feel that I'm looking directly at something, even though I'm only facing the wall. The background chanting becomes full-blown conversation. It sounds like a deep voice is speaking to me in a tongue that I don't really understand, not really paying attention to the words. Internally in my head, I'm essentially saying, oh God, it's here. Oh fuck, why can't I move? What's happening? Oh fuck. The words become louder and faster. I can feel them, as if the voice was reverberating off of me. The last few words I hear I can actually understand. To the moon. Those last words start speeding up until they are an indistinct chant. Pass out. Wake up hearing my alarm playing while I'm on the floor. That was the last encounter I had with my ghost, and it freaked me out. Though I think it was the ghost saying goodbye.
Be 3 years ago or so. Be 4 a.m., sleeping. Suddenly wake up out of a dead sleep, wide awake, like I had been up for hours. Uneasy feeling, like I know something isn't right. Tire screeching sound followed by a boom. I know where this is going. Jump out of bed, grab a spotlight, open up my bedroom door at the same exact time as my father does. Their room was across from mine. Get outside, head-on collision in front of the house, both cars totaled. Call the cops and watch the rest of the night as they clean up the wreck. Watch as they load one of the people into an ambulance, sheet pulled all the way up. To this day, I have no clue why I awoke right before the crash. Not really a nope, but just strange. Other car crash count in our yard. 8 in the last 10 years or so. That came through our fence at least. First one happened on Easter when I was about 10. I was helping my little sister, who must have been about 3, inside the house. Stopped and turned around to watch a van roll over 6 times into the yard. The second time, getting ready for school, already running late. Car won't start. Guess we're staying home. Sat inside while Mom called Dad to come bring the other vehicle home. Car crashed through the yard, ended up about 10 feet from the front door. Third was in the middle of the night. Someone crashed through the fence. Nobody woke up. Dogs never barked. Neighbors didn't hear anything. Parts of the car thrown all over the place. Bumper here, quarter panel there. TLDR. Parents' house is the Bermuda Triangle of car crashes.
It was way more locked down when I went back with my friends. No trespassing signs everywhere. I'm not sure why that is. It's still locked up today, as far as I know. Basically. B19 now. Graduating in a few days. Friends suggest we hit up the abandoned pool because apparently it's an edgy thing to do. Tell parents we're spending the night at each other's houses. Pray they don't follow up. Not really thrilled about going back there. Anon, don't be a wuss. Follow along because I'm beta. There are like 5 of us, including me. Friend A climbs the fence and breaks it open for us. Feels like something is watching me as we break in. Tell myself I'm just being paranoid. Friend B produces booze from his backpack. A half hour passes and we're chilling in the filled-in dirt pool. Grass is just as high as it was when Dad and I were here years ago. Kind of managing to have a nice time. Take half a swig of the booze. Fucking disgusting. Swallow and pass the bottle. Keep thinking I see things moving in the grass. Don't tell my friends for what little is left of my pride. Be an hour later, like 2 a.m. Friend C has been staring at the grass since we sat down. Friend A asks, "Dude, what are you looking at?" She doesn't respond at first. Friend A keeps asking her what she's doing. Everyone looks at the grass around us. It's dark. Pull out my flashlight, shine it into the grass. Light catches on something while I'm waving it around. Suddenly, friend C stands up and points toward the buildings in the back of the pool. What the fuck is that? Shine the light where she's pointing. There's this skeletal black shape standing behind the building, peeking around the side like a little kid, smiling perfect little square teeth at us like a kid playing a game. Friend B makes this incoherent shouting noise. Thing pulls this bony finger up to its lips as the light shines on it. Thing is there for 0.0002 seconds before slipping back behind the building. Friends are all frozen. Someone asks if we should go after it. Hell no, we should not go after it. Arguing with friends when the flashlight goes out. Hear a kid laughing afterward. Nope.png. Stand up immediately. Jet it while everyone is still looking at where it was. Find out who I really am in the dark. Fuck my friends, I'm saving myself. As I run, I hear a growling noise behind me. Don't turn to look. Too busy running. Break back through the fence to get out of there when I catch it out of the corner of my eye. The thing from when I was a kid is standing directly to my left, baring its teeth. Closer than it was when I was with Dad. Can see spit dribbling down its face and matting its hair. Nope. 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 Panic. Thing starts screaming. Throw my flashlight at it. Don't look to see if it hits. Oh God, oh shit, oh God, oh shit. Fucking book it. Run faster than I ever have before or since. Swear I can feel it grabbing at my heels as I run all the way home. Jump the fence to my backyard. Expect the thing to come chasing after me over my fence. It doesn't. Realize I can't go inside because I lied about where I was staying. God damn it. Stay in the backyard until morning. Don't sleep a wink. Feel watched the entire time. Realize my pump. I'm a type 1 diabetic, so I wear an insulin pump constantly to regulate my blood glucose. Turned off at some point. Turns out the batteries are dead. The thing won't so much as beep. I'm as good as in a coma without the thing. So I sneak into the garage where Dad keeps some AA batteries, snatch them, and sneak back out. Too worried about getting caught to stick it out in there for the night. Meet up with friends the next day. Relieved they're okay. Wow, Anon, you cried like a bitch last night, didn't you? What? Friends say they saw me get up and run, but not make it all the way home. That I was just sitting by the fence, curled in on myself, sobbing when they finally left the back of the pool. I apparently wouldn't respond to them when they called me. One of them suggested they come and talk to me, but someone else convinced them not to, because something felt off. Tell them I stayed the night in my own backyard, have scrapes on my stomach from climbing my fence to prove it. Then who was phone.png? A friend wound up going back to the pool a few days later. I'm not sure why. He came back with my flashlight. The bulb was broken and the lens was full of muddy water, and the whole thing was covered with this terrible smelling brown film. I told him to throw that shit away. Just looking at it made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. He said nah, that he was going to keep it as a memento to my bitch ass. To each his own, I guess. That was the last time I saw him, actually. Most of those friends I haven't seen since. I didn't keep in touch with them. We were mostly friends of circumstance, I guess. A little bit drunk. My job here is done. That notwithstanding, I'm pretty sure the first thing we saw was the ghost of the boy who drowned in the pool. It didn't feel scary like the other thing did, just terrifying to look at. I like to think the dog-looking thing was just a hallucination based on what I saw as a kid because I was high, but it felt real as hell. Most hallucinations do, I guess. As for me sobbing on the ground, I have no clue. Really glad I didn't see that shit, though.
Up late on the computer. Keep a large ottoman under my desk and drafting table that doesn't fit anywhere else in my room. I either rest my legs on it or put my feet under it while at the computer. Have my feet under the ottoman, feel something on my left foot. Ignore it, thinking it's the fabric at the bottom of the ottoman. On second thought, lift the fabric. Giant fucking Texas cockroach. Holler like there's no tomorrow and let it scuttle away since it startled me pretty badly. Turn the ottoman over just in case. Eggs cover the entire underside. Nope. Apparently the friends of my parents who gave me this bitchin' chair and ottoman set stored them in the garage for a short time before giving it to me.
I hope that you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. If you enjoyed tonight's story, then please subscribe to the channel as more Greentext will appear daily. A new broadcast will appear when the clock strikes midnight Central Time.